Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Like a dog spies a rabbit. Hi, welcome to my tube. I'm Marge, I'm Milk Empath. I just like doing these little talks on the way I feel about things. Sometimes I go by standing turtle. Just so happens I have one. It's a little standing turtle. I got this when I went to the Mayan ruins, Tulum, Mexico. Destination wedding. Back when I had enough money to piss away on crap, I would just suit up and show up and just do whatever. I'll do it all. I don't care. Boy, have life changed since then. That was 2011? I think it was. Anyway, today's a pretty good day. I'm an empath, I'm a psychic. Chandler, whatever. I receive things and then I run my mouth here, and I believe in synchronicities because I'm a Carl Gustav Jungian. I share the same frequency, heart space as his mindset, and a lot of other people like him. Dolores Cannon, Edgar Casey. These are my teachers, my guides in life, and I still tune into their heart space every day. Yep. They're just all around in your frequency. Anyway, went to get tacos at the taco truck today. It's just a mom and pop shop, you know. I like to support local, and fortunate enough for me, it's just like literally a block away. I got a block right there. I got a taco shop. There's a flower shop, but they suck, so I don't go to them. Bypass. Then there's the little corner store, and they even have my favorite. They have banana flavored Slurpees there. That's my favorite. And it's just right there. I'm like divinely blessed, right? I'm always have just like, because I don't need much. I don't want much in life, you know? I just save my money until the next best thing comes up, right? I'm pretty disciplined about that. My medicine is in my entertainment. It's the same budget. I use, I make canna cookies, so makes the days fun. It hurts my pains and soothes my woes, and I hope to pass them around enough to, 21 and older, of course. But I give them away for fun and for free just so people can try them and enjoy the trip. Because they're a trip, yeah. Yeah, because I make them with my essence, my good intention, and that's why I go to the taco shop, because those people make their tacos for the same. And I love when people have like the little street tacos, like the double layer with the minis, 4 for $5. All the different varieties. I'm like, give me a mix. Anyway, I was all fired up. I was weird kid bouncing all over the parking lot because they were putting up an enclosure to keep the sun out off the customers, because it was just wide open, and they put in a tarp, and it gets windy, and it's not really practical, so they put in a, right? Is that Benny? Benny was pretty knocked out. He was pretty zonked when no, that ain't Benny. When I just left him, so I can't believe he'd wake up, but he does like to make an appearance. Anyway, but his ears, he has medicine in his ears, and so I think he's a little less feeling low vibey today. So anyway, it's cooler in the house, but it's pretty nice out. So, and I've had conversations with the owner of the taco truck before, because everywhere I go, I just talk to people. And he was talking about how a man showed up and told the people to get off the roof they were building. Said, everybody stop! Get down! You done! You're done! Just, like, hostile. Acting a fucking fool. Right? So I'm like, what? And I'm looking at because one of the reasons why I like that taco truck is because his other solutions he made are so sound and brilliant that I'm like, dude, this guy's food's got to be good because he's a smart man, And so it goes kind of hand in hand. People are just well-rounded like that, And he's like, yeah, check this guy out. So I went down the ant hole. The ant hole. That's why I called the talk it is today. Because the dude's name is... And he wants you to know who his name is, because if you look at all this stuff... This is what they posted on the sign. his business card. Look at all this signage. And if you notice, look at all the fucking staples that maniac uses. He could have used 2 right there. 1, 2. But conk, building inspector, building and safety and correction noses, permit, stop, and assist, stop, and here's all the reasons why. You did this, and you did this, and you didn't get permission to do this, and you didn't do this. So, Ken Eatwell, senior building instructor, building safety notice, correction notice. Let's see, what's his number? Eatwell@cityofsalem.net. Cell 503-480-4149. Haha, that's my birthday. He has another number on there, but it's marked out. But he wants everyone to know who he is, so let's give him a call and say, why you mean to the taco truck guy? Look at that. Look how solid that structure. There were people, there's half a roof up there because there were people on the roof putting the roof up. But this guy came in and said, stop, because don't you know who I am? I don't know. He's some fucking fat old has-been. Look at that. Look at that. He's been running the show. He's been doing permits for 18 years. He's worked in Albany. He's worked in, don't you know who I am? I'm Ken Eatwell. Here's his biography. Senior Inspector Ken Eatwell is an 18-year veteran of the Building and Safety Division. Before coming to the city of Salem, Ken worked as a plans examiner to the city of Albany for 7 years. He received his technical training from Kamika Community College. Well, there you have it. There's his qualifications. There's his authority right there. There it is, Kamika Community College. He now serves on the Kamika Advisory Board for Building and Safety Technology. Ken describes himself as a unity player, meaning he actually does several jobs depending on workload and staffing needs. Meaning he doesn't fucking finish anything he starts and he just goes around fucking bullying people at the taco truck, stapling signs and shit, wasting resources. He has fucking piles of this shit. Is that what you do? You got this in your back seat? You just got your staple gun and your papers? You just drive around putting people on notice, Ken Eatwell, with your education from the community college? Ken describes himself, okay. In general, his priority of work is field inspector, PAC plans review, and compliance. He is also the main liaison between the B&S division and the other 2 divisions of the CD department. Ken loves his work and is most happy when he can help people and make a difference. He enjoys the opportunity to educate people about the codes and how they help keep the people safe. But the reality of it is these meatheads say they're one thing and then they're freaking screaming lunatics because they feel small inside. Well, let me introduce myself to you, Ken Eatwell. My name is Marge. You might look into my history. A lot of people do. Alright? I was the TODO at Offutt Air Force Base, Omaha, Nebraska, Bellevue, more specific. See, so I know all about inspection and safety and quality assurance. And my education supersedes your community college education. And I've seen a lot of shit in life. And a lot of D-bags like you, because you just went to the same high school and were consistent and got in one lazy ass chair and stayed there, and your blessings spoiled you and your ego got gross and now you're a control freak and you are just but 1% of the population of a society that is crumbling. So you go ahead and act out, Ken Eatwell. You go ahead and you act out, and I hope people call you and say, why you mean to the taco guy? He's just got a taco truck. He wants to keep the shit. What's your problem, dude? Don't you know how to talk to people? Aren't you a public servant? Aren't you a public representative? New subject, new story. I'm done with him. Those no vibrational beings. I know him. My brother's one of them, man. People that don't help. People that just hinder in the system. They don't help nothing. I had a comment. I had a kind of an interesting comment, and then it made for interesting conversation between me and Mom that somebody said, and I'll go ahead and read the comment. Nala Walter. She said, "You are being gang stalked and it's still going on. Your name was made known so you couldn't get a job. I'm going through the same shit and your neighbor's family are part of the stalking and they get paid for it. This is my story." Now, the thing of it is I don't like to, there's a couple things, rules or core values that I hold for myself, and that is to not hold on to any idea of one outcome of a reality of a situation. I don't think any one thing is 100% true ever, because nothing ain't 100%. Another thing is so don't hold on to reality, and at the same time, the opposite side, I believe in an all things possible universe. So at the same time, yes, I do believe that the universe, there's a reality, a timeline exists, that is true. Because I have seen evidence of that my whole entire life. I've seen evidence of this. And it's kind of funny because my talk that is premiering on Peace Dealer, Michael did my talk. It'll be premiering tomorrow at 7 a.m. on the Peace Dealers channel. It's the reading for Heyoka. That's me. That's me. And it's good, and I can't wait for other people to hear it because it verifies things, It verifies things. Your chart verifies things. And then after that premieres, then I will talk about my perception of it, So, all I know is that I can find good situations in any shitty situation. And that's what I was telling Mom. I was like, Mom, someone said that. And I remember along the way people have like, I've seen little breadcrumbs that would allude to that. And then at the same time, I'm like, nah. You know why? Because I ain't that important. Ain't nobody is that important that they're going to impede somebody's life as much as my life has been impeded in the last 4 years. All I can say is I can take responsibility for my own self and just try and keep working every day and being just because what happens is you a vibrational frequency. You get to a certain place as a spiritual being. F all this 3D shit. It don't matter. Look at this. I make the best ever. Look at this. I'm grounded every day. I meditate stated about an hour and a half today. I'm wherever. I just wait for the next sign to go, and I literally got one this morning. It was a trip, man. Signs and synchronicities are on point, and this morning it was the one that I got some really cool pictures of flowers on my walk today. I went for a walk. It was delightful. Squirrels. Oh, now I can't find it. Now it's not gonna be there. I read it earlier to Mom. That is a bunch of bogey. Oh, no, there it was. So I'm literally, I was going to call a real estate agent about one property today. And I was actually going to do it Monday, and then it just didn't feel right. And so I was going to do it. And then when I was thinking about if I was going to send her a text or call her, this popped up, my daily nodal transits, and it said, not perhaps the best time to make important decisions that affect your living situation or life circumstances. Other may challenge your authority or the direction you are taking. Events could conspire to make it difficult for you to act. So I was like, all right, guess I won't call on that today. I was like, oh my God. And that's how Synchronicities works. And that's how I find divine source, God, whatever you call it, just not you. We don't run the show, man. We don't. For people that's the thing, is for people that have thought that they are running their show, what they're figuring out is they just paid people to like them, and now nobody's around, so they're trying to fall into any cool kid. These psyches of these famous people in this lockup, like Kutcher and frickin' that legend, those creepy legend people, Chrissy, bleh, all those people, ugh. All the creepy Crippertons, the Ellens, all the ones that their egos are just disheveling because for so long they got to do what they wanted to do, and the shit that they wanted to do is straight up fucking evil. And a lot of people did it, and a lot of people put up with it because they flipped the bill. And now, as long as I can remember, all I've heard from Mom was the truth always comes out. So I just never did shit. I just lived out loud. I used to take my mom to keggers. Took her to I had it through like one of the best surprise parties I ever had. I was my 18th because I had no idea. And it was like I showed up at this house. I'm like, why are all these? This is the biggest party ever. Why are all these people here? And they're like, happy birthday, Marge. And I'm like, what? These people are not here for me. Brought Mom along. Yeah. Yep. And used to take her to keggers. You know, my first dabble in the vibration of love. She was a belly dancer, and her dad just liked to roll around on his Harley, and had a couple other buddies that rolled around their Harleys, and they'd have keggers, and we floated one time. It was me and five of his friends that he'd been friends with for years and years, and then maybe a couple people popped in and out, but we floated that keg in like 3-4 hours. It was like a ridiculous short amount of time. That was like, it was going down good. And it was Bud Light, so it's like water beer anyway. And I can't do that anymore because then I lose my ego, and then I freaking talk shit and do things, and I can't live in that incomprehensible demoralization. And a lot of people are actually shorting out right now because they are living in incomprehensible demoralization for so long, because they lived so good for so long. And then, but they did it on the backs and by breaking the spirits of other people, and just by treating people bad. Just by treating people like shit. That's one of the reasons why I've always tried to stand up for the underdog. Because I've been the underdog. I've been fucked with my whole entire life. Cops, police, people of authority. Don't you know who I am? I don't give a fuck who you are. You're just another asshole that's trying to make me do something I don't fucking feel like doing. I am so blessed to have as much privacy as I have in the middle of the city. I'm divinely blessed. I'm always protected. I always got things looking out for me. Divine beings, angels, whatever. You know, and I keep watching Psychic Kids, and I'm just like, you know, all these kids are like, but they're way tuned in. And see, I don't want to be. I don't want to be. That's like Fright Nights to me. I remember that show. I think it was Michael Keaton or Michael J. Fox. And Ricky Gervais did one, Ghost Town, like that, where he'd see spirits and help people pass. That was like the first movie I saw his back in the early 2000s, like in Air Force dorm days, like where people had movies and it was like Blockbuster in the dorms. You just passed around movies. I got a lot of DVDs. People have freaking money to blow. Maybe like some of these bureaucrats, these fucking swinging dicks that have been assholes for so long, they just have more money than God. You know, you feel bad about yourself? Dude, I'll take handouts. I don't care. I'll take anything I get. You feel bad about yourself? I'll take $1,000. PayPal me $1,000. Be nice to somebody. Be good to somebody that can do somebody nice for you. Or if you don't know how to be good to people, at least help people out that freaking know how to be good to people. But the world is about to open up in a very, very, very wild way. I really want to. I want to make a couple friends, really bad, so they can hang out, and then someone can always be around to hang out with Mom. Because I don't ever like leaving her for more than 2 hours. And the things I want to do are like 3, 4, 5 hour chunks, you know. So, but she's good. We had a good day today. She came out. She let me wash her hair. We play spa. She's such a good sport. I lay the comfy chair down, put the cushion and the towel. We listened to Sam Geppy's astrology talk about how August is just gonna be freaking insane. Oh, my lawn. As long as I can keep the inside of the house pretty cool, I don't care about 80 degrees. We're good with that. until I get the next sign to go freaking my next shift is, you know. But it's hot everywhere. It was weird today because supposedly the temperature, I go by feel, and like it felt, and I looked at the thermostat, it said it was like 78, and they're big on their real feel, which is just cognitive dissonance. It's fucking one temperature and how it feels to you, and everybody's getting more sensitive, so less heat is impacting people in a very big way. And in pockets like near about where I want to move to, it's like 110. It's like 100. It's like insane heat index and stuff like that. Bumper to bumper. Hi, Aaron. Drive safe. I think it was one. I think it was the 110. I'm gonna have to look, but I have good stories. I'm gonna tell one. We were driving, my buddy, his grandmother had passed her away. That was the first person that I saw in a family environment where like everybody came from all over to see somebody pass. Because when mom had her stroke, it was just me. So every time I witness like big, huge family events, I'm like, this is a trip, man. Because then I watch how people really treat each other. Anyway, she passed, and someone down, and he's from Escondido, and we were in Redding. And we met from working at Chevy's. And he also turned out to be the grandson of the Crakes that were my two houses down neighbor for like my junior high school years. It's synchronicities are wild. Anyway, so somebody down in Escondido bought her car after she passed. So he drove his car, his Nissan Altima, and I drove her car, whatever it was. And this was like 1995, 1994. We worked at Chevy's, you know, I was making cash. I was young, I was kind of a young buck, but I like girls, and in Redding, it was just Hicksville, USA, and it was just, I just didn't bother. It just wasn't worth the trouble. And I had even been kicked in the face and knocked down a flight of stairs just because I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. You know. So now I learned my lesson. You just don't put your hands on people out of love or anger. You just don't. So anyway, I had gotten us for his birthday. I had gotten us walkie-talkie headsets. This is before cell phones, obviously. This is 95. So he had one, I had one, and we'd smoke. He had the bag in the pipe, and he kept rationing it because he didn't want me to burn through the bag because I had a higher tolerance than he did. So he was trying to pace it. So he'd load a bowl. Young, dumb, stupid kids, don't do this. And then he would set it in bumper to bumper traffic. He'd open his door and set it outside the door, and then I'd roll up and grab it. And that's how we'd pass the bowl back and forth. Yeah, that guy, one time we'd get off work from doing the lunch shift in Redding, and Redding gets fucking hot, man. Redding's hell. I swear to God, Redding's hell. If you can live in Redding, tolerate energy and vibe of Redding, you go fucking out in the world, anywhere in the world, and deal with any goddamn demon. So it'd get hotter than shit, and then we'd hotbox the car, roll all the windows up, smoke out, and dipshit had he did a bong hit, and then he did freaking whip it, and then he went out of it, and he was driving. I'm like, dude, now's not the time. And then we didn't even miss our exit. He just slowed down to like 45 for a second. It was cool. No worries, no harm, no foul. It was that same exit that I slammed on the brakes, and then, because, anyway, I could go on. I just left telling stories. It's Leo season. It's Leo season. It's Leo season. People are fired. People are feeling good. But it's not hot yet. But when I'm trying not to watch the news so much today. I really am trying, because it's just so gross and convoluted sometimes, you know. It's just so too much to see. I already know what human beings do to each other. I don't need more evidence. It just kind of puts a damper on my a dip on my do or whatever, and I don't want to do that because I feel pretty good about stuff. I'm pretty excited about things, you know. Oh, but the energy here was so wild today. The cat came out and was out 2 times, and both times he walked back up to the back door, and he don't usually do that. Usually he wants to stay out for an hour, 2 hours, meow meow, let me out, and not today. So. And the global watch from my Space Observers app did go off today, and there is so much seismic activity. There's a lot of earthquakes going on right now. It's all the kinetic energy. It's all these people that are just so mad about whatever the fuck they're mad about, you know, instead of learning how to go for a walk and calm yourself down. Then you're not going to be mad about it. You go for a walk, 10 minutes, man. You don't even know what you're thinking. You go or better yet, go do something for somebody else. You don't even know what you're mad about. Get out of your own head. Stop thinking about shit that pisses you off. Go out and do other shit for other people. My hands just started itching. I don't know what that's about. The bees are floating around. I think that's me, my body going, you need to go for a walk. What time is it? 6. I'm going to grab my camera and then go go for a little walk around. Maybe the taco truck is still open and I'll tell him that I made a video for him. Fucking with my taco truck. Fuck with my taco truck. Are you kidding me? Fucking good. Dude was acting like a lunatic, man. Straight up. And you know what? I looked at his how much, like I tried to find his salary, and the only thing for a salary I could find was like $55,000 back in 2015. I'm just like, that's how all those fucking dickheads work. Is that they'll go help the people that they want to help, and they'll get like extra bonuses. Because I know the guy that used to own the donut shop, who worked at the rocket ship, that made his fortune from making bombs to kill people in foreign countries. And then, you know, he had so much cash, he bought a donut shop and where he could feed all the cops and be everybody's bro. And, you know, and then you got that much money, and then they take cuts with contractors and stuff. Oh, well, I'll give you cash if there's a bee flying around. I'll give you cash if you just, you know, come tomorrow. I got $1,000 in my pocket, you know, and all this shit. So it's just, it's all that unfairness is just not going to fly anymore. And fucking, I hope people fucking call them and just be like, lay off the taco truck, motherfucker. You know, just find some, go take up a hobby or something. Go paint a picture or something, you know. Maybe you won't feel like being quite as big as a dick in the world. I think I need to calm down because this is one of those that the stingers don't release. They hang on to it. And I have a history of getting bit by yellow jackets. That's how I got to my talk about my anthrax vaccine ideology. My theories, my ideologies, and my experience on getting the anthrax vaccine. Anthrax vax. Put that in the search engine. That's in one of my playlists. Anyway. You're going for tacos now. Aaron, you gotta listen to the beginning of my talk because I put on blast a city inspector that bullied my taco truck. His name is Eatwell. And boy, has it looked like he has eaten well. And no, he doesn't look like he's tried. And I want to thank people that are trying. That are getting out, moving around, appreciating your life, and trying to get the world to be in a better place. Thank you for not being a sloth. Thank you for at least trying to eat clean food and realizing that when you eat clean food and that how wonderful your body responds. It tingles when you eat frickin' organic, garden, fresh food. Oh, it's the only way we're supposed. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. I hope you have a rad evening. Peace. Oh, I want to thank don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's what I was just going to end up. I can't not. Thanks. They just shared my video again. I want to thank Don't Drink the Kool-Aid. I want to thank. Oh my goodness. The birds are out. Kayleen. I can't. Key Jin. I want to thank Key Jin for her contributions. She said, or I watched a talk at one point, and she's like, I'm a grandma, don't come at me like that. And I was just like, I gotta use that, but I'm not a grandma. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take my mom with me everywhere I go because she's a grandma. And I'm like, she's a grandma, don't come at me like that. I thought it was funny. Mom will be my like past in life. She's in, get the fuck out of my way. You gonna act like that in front of this elder? Fuck you. Get out of here. I'll fucking... I get all fired up when this song comes on. Helicopter. Jajina. Yep. Yeah. They'll come at... Let them come at me if they want to. Let them. Let them. Let my nieces know what that's about. And I don't, not everybody is always for your highest good, but that don't mean that you can't always act from your heart and your own highest intention. Don't you let people get your goat. Don't you, none of them go high. None of them go high. None of them go high. You vibe high. Someone comes at you with arm, you need a hug? I'm all about love. You harm me, you're killing the love in you. And that's what they're afraid of. Don't do that unless you accept that this is just a brief life. I face every encounter out there like it's going to be my last. And one of the reasons why I do these videos is that if I don't do them for a few days, and if I don't start saying I'm not going to be doing videos, somebody needs to see about Loretta. That's what I'm saying, okay? And I ain't even paranoid, you know. It's just weird shit happens. El Capitan. And I talk shit about a lot of people. But the thing is, the biggest cowards, they know about me. They've been knowing about me for years. Ever since I was a young little buck. I've always been for the good. I've always been for the fair. Just going, man, that ain't fair. That's fucked up. What are you doing that for? So yeah, let them come for me if they want to. My history, my record is in good standing. I've made mistakes. I've talked about the mistakes I've made on YouTube so that I don't have to live that way anymore. I used to be a drunk. I used to not care about anybody else. I lived in ego. At the same time, during the course of that, there was something in me that always knew that I was going to take care of Mom, and that this life and incarnation is much bigger than anything I am, and that I am not that important, and I got good work to do, and I can't do any good work if I'm going to be letting my spirit fly off with alcohol. So, these are my demons, you know. These are things, but these are the demons that I share with other people. So many other people that I want to help people alleviate their demons. Escapism right now, escape into nature. Don't escape into a bottle or a jar of pill or anything like that. I consume flour. My friend Pam, you're a junkie. I'm like, I like the cookie. I have a lot of pain though. I have a lot of pain, physical pain. I don't take any prescription drugs at all. Nope. None. Nope. Nope. And you know what's even better? Mom doesn't either. We take vitamins. My mom's 60. She'll be 70 this year. She had a stroke when she was 38 years old because a fucking drunk asshole freaking slammed her head in the car door of a Chevy Biscayne, 1964. I heard the police report because we got pulled over. That's a long story. I'm not getting that today. But the dude freaking was drunk, beat her ass. She fell the gore. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have seen something like this too when you're a kid at some point. So I'm sorry if it triggers something, any trauma in you. But just know that you are here and today and you're okay. You know, I talk about stories that happen because I witnessed to it so I can relate to other people that have witnessed this and then get past it and know you're going to be all right, you know. You can well adjust yourself just through meditation and good clean living. And he picked her up and slammed her head and then I guess left her, I don't know. She said she bumped her head, and then she had a major brainstem stroke a week later. So I know what evil is. I've known what evil is my whole life. They don't care about human life. They don't care about they don't see people as people. They see people as statistics and numbers. You know, and I think it's really nice that they're thinking about a second stimulus check, because it's July and this shit been going on since the beginning of the year. Yet they keep paying themselves upwards of $8,000 to $15,000 a month automatic in their, and that's not even their law practice, because they're all just lawyers. Lawyers aren't put on the earth to do good. They aren't. They are lived to create cognitive dissonance and pass papers around like notes, like little bitches in junior high, with legal ease and jargon on it. So I'm, you know, and I used to work at a law school, and I know how to get into the law books. And if I had more logins to universities, in law schools, I'd be getting into the law books about more shit. And people need to get into the law about stuff, and because a lot of this shit they're doing is just because they can. The squirrels are coming out, and that shit ain't gonna fly anymore, because the next generation is taking over. We're at turnover, folks. We've lived in this patriarchal, misogynistic, fucking creepy, crawlerton, nasty Uncle Sam, might is right bullshit. So these fucking assholes can become billionaires. Now they're all going crazy because they've been drinking blood and sucking on the juicy chrome and freaking injecting baby foreskin into their face to look younger. But everybody knows what you're doing, and it makes you ugly as fuck anyway. And now they're not on the cameras anymore. That's bad karma. It's just bad karma. You don't get, that's the number one rule. You don't get to take the essence of another human being. It's bad karma when I'm going out and I bully bullies, and I see people that are just an asshole and I speak on it. I'm still putting a dip on the vibe. But as my role as Heyoka, I bully bullies. I out-ass the ass. And then so every time they go and act like that again, and don't try and put your hands on a children or a loved one in my presence, because I am loud like a motherfucking siren, and I don't care. I will make a goddamn scene. I know the heart space of a parent correcting their child and the vibration of abuse. And we will get physical, because I just saw you get physical with a child. So I know that what you're willing to do. So let's go. Let's go. I'll show you what I can do at 46. Because I've been training my whole life. I'm a clown, but I ain't no joke. And I'm kind of excited about my reading tomorrow, because people are gonna, it's kind of gonna be verified that I'm a clown, but I ain't no joke. I'm glad you got your tacos. I thank for folks for tuning in. I thank you folks for sharing me and sharing the heart space in which I'm trying to represent. And I hope as my channel grows, because it is growing, 666 is coming up. And I say that because what I want people to do is go look at 666, the other side, not just the satanic stuff. There's good. People don't spend so much time looking at the negative. Look at the positive. So when you go, like 666, I'm coming up on 666 subscribers. It's taken me 3+ years. So long, so low, so slow, so organic, so natural. But look at the angel number. Look at the angel meanings. And when I say speak on animals here, like the animal, an animal just can't. Go look at the animal totem. Go look at the animal meaning. Those are synchronicities. And then start looking at that in your life and what they mean. And that's how your angels and guides show up, And not just look at them like in nature, but when you look at, like a bluebird, something that you see all the time at home, but when you see that out in the world, just in a picture or something, it's your codes, it's your Akashic records. You just tune into the things that put your vibrational heart space in a high vibration. It's good to know what's going on and to be alert in reconnaissance. And I spend a lot of time doing recon and studying about people and evil motherfuckers too, because you got to stay on top of shit. Nature verifies. It's balance. Don't spend too much time there. Because sometimes people get a little too much curious, and then you try shit, and then you get over your head, and then we got more freaking dabbling in the dark. And it's 555. It's a good time to cut out. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.